Alright, so I'm going to start the week 2 khichari recipe, and I'm starting to rinse the mung dal and the basmati rice. So here's my mung dal. I've already got it. I'm trying to let it soak and rinse. And then the basmati rice is what I'm using. And I'm trying to rinse that, because all that cloudiness is the starches that can cause gases and bloating. So we want to make sure that that's not in the recipe and causes further irritation with our digestion. So I'm going to let these soak and rinse the rice a little bit more and then get started cooking. Alright, so I am only making one serving of the khichari, and I've already got my water in my pot. It's 1.5 cups, and I rinsed the basmati rice about 6 times, so it was mostly clear after I got done rinsing it. I've got to drain the mung dal. I let it soak for 30 minutes, so let's get that started. And then after I get all of this in here with the water, I'm going to let it come to a full boil and then start adding other spices and other ingredients that are called for in this khichari recipe. So I did 1/4 cup of basmati rice and 1/4 cup of mung dal. So I'm going to drain this into this. It all scraped in there to the water. It's very sticky to the glass. Alright. So I'm going to even that out so it's all in the water. So everything in the moment's in there. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the burner and get this ball rolling and get it to boil so we can lower the temperature and add the other ingredients. Alright, now we're going to start adding the other ingredients. When it does come to a boil, there's a foam, like the other starches that end up boiling out, and I always spoon it off the top, so that way those extra starches won't, like I said, cause the gas or the bloating from it that I didn't get with rinsing. So we're going to start adding the rest, most of our ingredients. Alright. Lower the temperature a tad bit since it's boiling to about medium. I'm going to add about 1/8 of a teaspoon of turmeric. About 1/4 of a tablespoon of ghee. Just collect those over there. Close up my ghee so nothing gets in there. Then we're going to add, I've got some organic curry leaves, and we're going to add about 2 of those into it. So the curry leaves are in. Most khichari calls for fennel. I'm allergic to fennel, so I omit that ingredient. I've got my ginger. It's about to go into there. So about 1/8 of a teaspoon of that also. Okay. I think I've got everything. Really small ginger, turmeric. All right, the last thing that I'm going to add before I let it cook for 20 minutes, well actually I'm gonna let it cook for 15 minutes, is I always add spinach and carrots. The grocery store only had the organic, colorful carrots, so that's what I'm adding. The spinach I'll add when it's already cooked for 15 minutes, so that way it doesn't overcook, so I lose the nutrition from it. So I'm going to add the carrots. Spinach. Okay, so this is what we've got that's going to end up cooking for a moment. I'm going to stir that up right now. And I'll get it covered and it'll cook for 15 minutes. It's on medium-low, 15 minutes on medium-low. And if you're wondering what recipe I'm using, the khichari that I found, because I've made a bunch of different khichari recipes, the one that works for me, and she is awesome about dividing into what dosha you are, is from Divya Alter. I'm using one of her khichari recipes, and just she makes cooking so pleasant because I'm usually not. I like to eat. I like to cook. I don't like to cook, but I have to eat. I'm a good cook, but she just makes the experience pleasant how she does the wording and her stuff. So let me get this covered. I've got to get this to medium-low. And it's about there. And we'll set a timer for 15 minutes, and then I'll add the spinach after those 15 minutes are over. Let's see what we get. All right, so now I'm going to add the spinach to the pot and let it cook for 5 more minutes, and then we should be good to go. So spinach is added. I'm going to stir that just a bit so it can start to wilt and cook a little bit. Sorry. And we'll put the lid back on, set a timer for 5 minutes, and then we'll add the last bit of our ingredients to eat. Alright, so our khichari is all done. I have added some cilantro to it. Right now I'm also going to add, because I'm vata, I need more oil than just the ghee. I need more moisture to my diet, so I'm adding about 1/4 of a teaspoon of olive oil. And because I tend to take on some pitta qualities during this time of year, I'm adding some lime juice to kind of cool a little bit of me down, but not too much because I do tend to be a little bit cold. I'm adding about 1/2 a teaspoon of soma salt, not too much. more thing that I do is I have a grounding masala that I use. It's very healing. It makes me feel good, which is like coriander seeds. I take out the fennel because I can't use it. Turmeric, cumin seeds, whole cloves, ginger, and some black peppercorns. And I add a little bit of this to my khichari. And that's it as far as the recipe. Thank you.